gentlemen, how are you? I hope you all are doing fine. Yes, today I'm in this live streaming of mine. I'm going to talk about the Nasdaq 100 futures December contract, S&P 500, US Tech 100, gold, silver, Bitcoin, natural gas, crude and copper. So I'm going to predict about all these instruments, the commodities, the indexes, the indices. Yes, I'm going to talk about the indices and the commodities in this video. So let me start by predicting about the S&P 500. Today S&P 500 will touch a level of 6693. It's going to go towards 6693 today. S&P 500. Yes, S&P 500 is going to go to a level of 6693. The next on my list is silver. So if you get a level of $49 and around 70 cents, 75 cents, you should buy silver there today, intraday. And if you get gold at a price of 4035, then you can buy gold there. S&P 500, as I told you, it can test a level of 6693 today. Meta has already gone up. Meta platforms has already gone up. I was talking about Meta platforms when Meta was trading at around 582, 583. So it's touched $600 today. Microsoft, I would advise you all to buy it at a level of 404. Yes, my astrological prediction is that Microsoft can fall to a level of 404. Starbucks to a level of around 72 and 75. Robinhood is one more stock which you should keep your eye on. You should watch out Robinhood markets. And you should buy it at a level of around, say, 80 to 85, somewhere between 80 to 85. Copper is gonna remain bearish today. Yes, it's gonna remain bearish today. So it's gonna remain bearish today, copper. And regarding crude, I have already told you all that in the coming few weeks or months, crude oil WTI can test a level of $55.50. Very much possible. Very much possible that it. Okay, Bitcoin, I had told you all to buy between 85 and 88. So it's hovering around that level. It did go below 85 also, $85,000 also, but it recovered very smartly intraday from those levels, about 82,000, around that level. Natural gas, I'm bearish today. So you have to sell on rise. Yes. I would say that you can sell it at a level of $4.68. $4.68 if you get, you can sell natural gas. Crude oil WTI is going to remain just flattish today. Nothing too adventurous in crude today. It's almost flat. It's going to remain almost flat today. But for people who are compulsive traders, I would say that you can buy crude oil WTI at a level of $57.50. It did touch a level of $57.43 and it recovered from there. So copper, I just told you I'm bearish on copper today. Now, so the downside to S&P 500 for today would be somewhere in the region of 6617, that is the downside, and 6693 on the upside. 6617. And if you want to buy US Tech 100, sorry, let me check. You can buy US Tech 100 at a level of 24,288, 24,288 today. And if you want to sell US Tech 100, you can sell it at a level of 24,704. And regarding Nasdaq 100, you can sell it at a level of 24,738. 24,738 is the level at which you can sell Nasdaq 100 futures December contract. So I have told you regarding US Tech 100. Okay, if you want to buy, I have told you regarding US Tech 100 also. And if you want to buy US Tech 100, you can buy it at a level of 24,398. 24,398. My selling level on Nasdaq 100 futures is round the corner. Yes, it's around the corner now. So anybody who wants to short in Nasdaq 100 futures, they can. They can at my given level. Naveen Kumar ji, let me take your question. Iron buy price. Iron currently trading at 44.73. This stock you can buy it at a level of $25.80. Please only ask me questions regarding the American markets, gold in dollar terms, gold and silver in dollar terms, crude, copper in dollar terms. Yes. Please don't ask me about any other markets. Thank you so much. Rajesh ji, so thank you so much. Gaurav ji, XAU, okay. Gold, what about gold? It is at 4072 now. 77 now. Okay, can we see 4100 plus? Definitely you can see. Definitely. There is no doubt about it. But not today. But not today. But not, Gauravji, but not today. So basically today the American markets are going to remain bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if S&P 500 touches a level of 6693 and on the downside 6617. Meta has already crossed a level of 605 now. Microsoft falling. could fall to a level of 404. See, I started predicting about Microsoft last week when it was around 500. Around that level. Starbucks falling. So Robinhood is another stock which you can keep your eye on. You can watch out for Robinhood markets. That is one stock which I have seen astrologically and numerologically, and I believe that if you get a level of 82 and 85, you can buy there. Copper is bearish today, as I told you. So see, the thing is that, in the stock market, you have to be very patient. Yes, you have to be. Without patience, this market will not reward you. You need to be patient while buying, and you need to be patient while selling. And look for delayed gratifications in the stock market. Yes, don't look for instant gratifications in the stock market. It would be absolutely suicidal. Financial suicidal. Yes. It will be a financial suicidal on your, you will just squander your money. You will waste your money if you look for instant gratifications in the stock market. So make it a point that, you see, as I always say, that stock market is a device from transferring the money from the impatient to the patient. Yes, stock market is a device of transferring the money from the impatient to the patient. So if you are impatient, somebody else will take your money. But if you are patient, then there is nobody who can stop you in the stock market. If you have the money, if you have the patience, if you have the tenacity to stay in the market no matter what, against all odds, then one day you can become Mr. Warren Buffett. Yes, you can. Some people say that I will believe when I see it. No, it is the other way around. You have to first believe that you can become a Mr. Warren Buffett. Only then you can see it. I'll tell you one thing, that if you can see it in your mind, you can have it in your hand. You can have it in your life. Yes, people who can see the invisible can achieve the impossible. People who can see the invisible can achieve the impossible. So, if you do not see anything, but you imagine in your mind that I will become a billionaire one day, then you can. I'm telling you, you can. But that thought, that positive thought should be without impediments, without barriers, without hurdles, without obstacles. That path towards success should be without any humps. Yes, it should be without any humps. Your thought, your positive thought should be absolutely clear that you want a certain thing in your life. As I told you, that people who can see the invisible can achieve the impossible. If you keep that positive thought going without any barriers and obstacles in your thoughts, without any impediments in your thought, then that positive thought will become a reality. And it works the other way around as well. If you have negative thoughts in your mind, it works negative for you. But a negative thought is more powerful than a positive thought. One negative thought is equal to 17 positive thoughts. So if you want to neutralize a negative thought, you will have to say at least 17 affirmations against that one negative thought. You need to recondition your mind every day. You need to stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself that I am the best. I can make it in this thing called life. I am talented. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I can do all things. That is what affirmations do to you. If you say to yourself for the next 6 months every day without fail, then you will see a sea change in your life, a drastic change in your life, a dramatic change in your life. Yes, you must make a conscious, deliberate and a determined effort to think positively. What you think, so shall you be. Yes, what you think. This is so magical. Let me tell you, this is so magical. You can create anything in this world if you want to. But the formula is very simple. So shall you think. What you think, so shall you be. What you think. So thinking creates your life. Nothing else. Other people's thoughts, other people's words, other people's opinions, other people's suggestion, other people's advices, other people's criticism doesn't destroy you. The only thing which can destroy you is your negative thought. Yes, your negative thought can only destroy you. So you need to make a conscious, deliberate and a determined effort to think positive no matter what. See, if you don't fear death, then there is nothing to fear in your life. Yes, then nothing can deter your goals and dreams in your life. If you are willing to take risks in your life, if you are willing to face challenges in your life, if you are willing to face your fears in your life, then no one can stop you. No one. But if you quit whenever you fail, then you will never achieve what you want to. If you quit when you fail, and most of the people do that, whenever they fail, they say, oh, I cannot do this. Oh, this is too tough. This is too difficult. I cannot do this. I told you, you need to recondition your mind every day that I can do all things. You know, the things which it is all your perspective that matters. When you change the way you look at things, the things which you look at change. Your situation might be very dire right now. Very, very dire. But if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Very, very interesting, phrase this is. When the way you look at things, as I told you, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Yes, you see, one person sees the glass half full. The other person sees the glass half empty, isn't it? One way is a pessimist, one is an optimist. Our lives are affected by the way we think things are, not the way they are. What did I say? Our lives are affected by the way we think things are, not the way they are. So your perspective, your thoughts, how you look at things in your life matter. Same person sees the glass half empty and one sees the glass half full. See, an optimist, who's an optimist? He sees barriers, hurdles and obstacles in front of him, and all he sees in them are opportunities. But a pessimist, he sees opportunities, but all he or she sees is hurdles, barriers and obstacles in them. Isn't it a very interesting definition of optimism and pessimism? That is the only difference. The way you see things in your life, the way you see things in your mind. Because where all the things which you see in this world, all the things was first part of somebody's mind, and then it became a reality. And if you can see it in your mind, then you can hold it in your hand. Then you can see it in your life. But the main thing is that controlling your mind, controlling your thoughts, having the courage to say to yourself that I will be a billionaire one day. Do you have that courage? Say that to yourself right now, that I will be a billionaire. I am a billionaire. Let us keep it in the present tense. Say that to yourself and see the difference it makes in your life tomorrow or today. I am a billionaire. Yes, say that to yourself. You need to keep repeating this. Yes. See, nothing wants to stand in front of a person who's relentless. So if you relentlessly say to yourself, I am a billionaire, then all those hurdles, all those barriers, all those obstacles, all those problems, hurdles, barriers, everything will run away. Run away. They're gonna run away. Let me tell you that. Prasun Reguriji, QQQ. Invesco 599 today. Okay. It's going to cross 605 very soon. But today, I would say $598 on the downside and 502 on the upside. 598 on the downside and 502 on the upside. Somebody has asked me about Ethereum. I will just check. My request to everyone is that please do not ask me questions regarding the Indian market right now. You can join my live session every day in the afternoon at 12 noon and I can answer your question regarding the Indian markets. But this is for the American markets. Or you have a question regarding in dollar terms, regarding the indices in dollar terms, the commodities in dollar terms, you can ask me. Mr. Viresha seems unlikely. I don't know if you remember, Mr. Shah. I had told you this morning it can go down to a level of 2780. I don't know which level I had told you in the morning, Mr. Viresha. Please follow those levels. I don't remember them right now. So that pretty much completes my video. Have a great day and a great night. Yes, for those watching in India, have a great night. And for those watching in the US, Have a great day. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.